Hello, so my name is Asma Ahmed, and I am one of the administrative interns here at Hand in the winter 2023 semester. In this presentation, I'm going to go over some of the projects I've worked on throughout the semester, as well as some memorable moments that I've had. This first slide shows the semester timeline, which I will start by going over throughout each month that I've worked as an intern at Hand. Starting with January, I have listed the Hand fundraising because while I did work on some other stuff during this first month in preparation for the semester ahead, this was the first thing I kind of got to get involved in. At the very start of January, we had some informational meetings as well as an orientation for the new interns for this semester and a lot of planning for my semester schedule for the upcoming months ahead. And the Hand fundraising meetings, while there were other meetings that were offered and some that I also participated in, this was the one I primarily went to and the one that I had the most interested in because I wanted to get more of an insight into fundraising and just the things that are associated with it and how the process is done when planning for a fundraiser. I got to participate and learn more about the past projects that Hand was has held and kind of help out with the planning process for any upcoming fundraising projects and ideas for future semesters. In February, I have the LMS support and Microsoft research listed. The LMS support was the first assignment that I got to work on. I had to watch some videos and I got to work on various activities that kind of gave me more background information on the company. And the next assignment that I got to work on was the Microsoft research, which consisted of me researching various Microsoft apps and just the kind of things that were associated with it and what they consisted of. In March, I have listed the virtual picture day research as well as the March workflow. The picture day research had me find out ways to figure out ways for staff members to take pictures remotely and not just take these pictures, but also finding a way to kind of make these photos very cohesive that kind of displays the organization's ideas and a way for them to look as organized and representative of the organization as much as possible in the case of, putting it on a web page or on other social media platforms. The next assignment that I worked on for that month was the March workflow. I had to find different methods of inventory tracking and systems for making merch that different companies and organizations do, and just kind of how each of these organizations do it differently, and just kind of how the process is done from start to finish when creating merch. And in April, which is the month we're currently in, I have the staff directory research listed here. For this assignment, I had to look for ways that nonprofits present their directories and the different methods used, because for like each of these organizations, they have different methods in which they decide to kind of display information about like staff members and just kind of different ways to reach out to them with their contact information provided on the website. For this slide, I decided to display 3 of these assignments that I worked on and just highlight them because while I did work on other stuff throughout the semester, these were kind of the ones that I wanted to highlight. Starting with the Microsoft apps research, the standardized virtual picture day assignment, and the staff directory research. The Microsoft apps research, while it wasn't the first assignment that I worked on, this was the first one that I had to prepare myself. So I felt that it was fitting to include on the slide. I had to gather information about all of these Microsoft softwares and put them into a chart with information about what the app could be used for, as well as the features that are involved in the app itself, some similar platforms that could be used instead of these apps, and just kind of some interesting facts about the app itself and just things that should be noted about it. For the virtual picture day assignment, this was probably the one that I had the most fun finding out information for. I found like different programs that allowed for virtual photo shoots to be done remotely. And each of these sites I found had very unique ways in which it's done, whether it was very particular to a specific event or just in the way that different staff members could collaborate on how the photos are done and give feedback to one another, and just the different price options that were offered. There were definitely a lot of flexibility from more affordable options to obviously more expensive options, depending on the event and the scenario in which these photos would be taken for. And lastly, the staff directory research. This is the most recent assignment that I got to work on, and I got some insight into the process that is done when displaying information for a staff directory, and like the ins and outs that are included for contact information. Some sites had their emails listed, some had their LinkedIn page on there. So there were definitely different things that are included. Some had more ways to contact staff members, while others were very specific to just one form of contact information on there. For my most memorable moments, I would say was the LMS assignment and the fundraising committee meetings. For the fundraising meetings, I got to kind of witness how these different collaborations are done, whether it's collaborations with people within the company in hand itself, or kind of collaborations that could be done with other people outside of hand. And some of the previous projects that were done in the past, like the Dine and Donate projects, and just formulating different ideas for new projects to raise awareness and raise money for people that are homeless, and just kind of what goes into planning these events. There are a lot of factors to be taken into consideration, such as the time it takes to be done, how much money it would take, sponsorships, etc. There's a lot that needs to be taken into consideration. And it takes a lot of work, and seeing how hand handles these things was very informative, and I enjoyed being part of these meetings each week. The LMS assignment, it was my first project that I got to work on as an intern this semester, and I got a lot of background information on the company, and I enjoyed the different projects that focused on policies and fostering workplace diversity. And I just found the entire website very easy to use. The dashboard was very user-friendly, and I did run into some issues when completing some of the assignments, but I got a lot of help with these problems, and they were resolved very quickly. So these were definitely the ones that I feel like stuck out to me the most throughout the semester. And for the total hours that I did this semester at hand, I did 93 hours in total, which I'm very happy about. I went just a little over my goal for this semester, and I enjoyed all the work that I was able to contribute. In conclusion, I am very appreciative of the opportunity I've been given as an intern at hand this semester. And I would like to spread some gratitude and thanks to everyone involved in making this possible, specifically to Tori for constantly reaching out to me and helping me whenever I needed some guidance and when completing certain assignments. And I definitely enjoyed our one-on-one meetings each week. It truly has been a pleasure working with you. To Kimberly for also being very helpful when I had questions about anything through email, and just for all the staff members, just for being very kind and welcoming to all the interns this semester and treating us as one of your own. I couldn't have asked for a better place to work with for my internship this semester. Thank you very much.